Hello everyone, welcome to the Software Coding Tutorials channel. My name is Tommy, and today I will be talking about operator overloading. So what is operator overloading? C++ has the ability to provide the operators with a special meaning for data type. This ability is known as operator overloading. Today we'll be reviewing these operators: the extraction operator, less than, greater than, and an equal. So I'll definitely show you a concrete example of how to use these overloading, and then please stay tuned and watch this great video. Okay, if you don't have VS Code, please open VS Code and let's begin creating a new folder. And I'm going to call this overloading. And in this folder, I'm going to go ahead and create a new file. So click on this right here, new file, and we're going to call it operator overloading.cpp. Okay, so let's begin by typing in include IOStream. This is basically for standard input output. And next we're going to declare using namespace standard. Then I'm going to go ahead and create a class. So I'm going to call it class box. Okay, in this class I'm going to go ahead and create a public accessor. Right. So here we have the destructor. Then my constructor, I'm going to be setting a few variables which are declared private. So private, and this is going to be declare float, L, W, and height. So understand that the box has length, width, and height. So in this constructor, I'm going to go ahead and declare initialize length equal to 0, width is equal to 0, and then height is also equal to 0. Okay, and then my overloading constructor will be box float, L float, W float, H. So this is where I can just initialize my length, my width, my height. Okay, and then along with the constructor, I'm gonna go ahead and create operator overloading for the extraction operator. Okay, so extraction operator looks like this with the two less than symbol. So I'm gonna say friend ostream n percent operator and ostream out box B. Okay. Oops, I misspelled it. Should be ostream. Okay. And why do I declare friend? The friend declaration appears in a class body and grants a function or another class access to private and protected members of the class where the friend declaration appears. So hence I needed the friend keyword. And next I'm gonna type out the extraction operator B L B W B height. Okay, and then return out. So when you do a C out of the box, you're gonna it's gonna print the length, width, and height. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm gonna say friend bool operator less than sign box A box B. Okay. So I'm gonna compare basically the to see if the two boxes are equal or less than. So this in this case is gonna be less than. So I'm gonna say bool compare one equal A. Okay, so I'm gonna first compare the length, then I'm gonna compare the width, right? And I'm gonna compare the height. Okay, and then return C1, C2, or C3. So if any of these guys are less than, then we know that box A is going to be smaller than box B. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here, but this is for the greater than sign. So I'm just going to copy this function, and I'm going to change the sign to greater than, and I'm going to switch my operator symbol to greater than. Okay, and that'll finish our function for operator greater than. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do equal, right? So let's do equal, and equal, so we're gonna just replace the greater than symbol with equal, and replace all these with the equal sign. And then if box A and box B are exactly the same, then we know that all of these lengths are exactly the same. Okay, so that finishes our overall the operator equal overloading. So next thing is we want to set the width, the length, etc. Get the length, width, etc. So let's create a few functions here. So let's say float get width. Okay, and we're going to return width, float get height, and we're going to return height, float get length, right? We're going to return length. And if we want to calculate the volume, I'm going to create a function called float get volume, and we're going to return float cast it, right? W times H times length. So the volume equation is width times height times length, and that would give us the volume of the box. Okay, so that's it. Basically, with this class, the box class, we have our destructor, we have our constructor, and then we have the overloaded constructor here, and then this is where we set the length, width, and height. We have our operator overloading for the extraction operation, then less than, greater than, equal. Okay, and then these are the functions that will return our calculations or length and width. Okay, so next we need to do is declare our main. So in our main, I'm going to go ahead and create 3 boxes, right? So box 1, it will have let's say 10.5, 10, and 10 inches. Okay, box 2 will have let's say 20.33, 20.25, and then 20, right, as length, width, and height. Okay, and then we have box 3, and that'll be the same as box 1, right? Okay, so here this is where I'm gonna go ahead and type in my test. So first off, I'm gonna do cout of box 1, and then I'm gonna do volume, calculate the volume by calling get volume, and inline. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Just copy this and type in box 2. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do some comparison. So I'm going to compare if box 2 is greater than box 1. Okay, and I'm going to say if box 2 is greater than the box 1, we say cout box 2 is a bigger box. You know, bigger than box 1, right? Something like that. Okay, if box 1 is less than box 2, we, you know, similarly say the same thing. We say cout box 1 is less than, is smaller than box 2. Okay, inline, and we can compare box 1 and 3, right? So we should see that box 1 and 3 are the same. So we type in if box 1 equal to box 3, cout box 1 is the same size as box 3, inline. And I'm gonna go ahead and return 0 here, and let's go ahead and compile our code afterward. So I have a directory called overload operator overloading below. So let's go in here and let's list the file. So I'm gonna type in g++ op overloading, and it compiled. Okay, you see that there's a a.out, right? So let me go ahead and clear it and type a.out, and as you can see, here it lists out the volume for box 1, and here's the volume for box 2, and here it says box 2 is a bigger box, bigger than box 1. So that's what we see here, and box 1 is smaller than box 2. And then box 1 is the same size as box 3. So that's basically the correct result that I'm expecting from this small function that I show you. I'm sorry, small program that I show you. So yeah, this is all I have as a tutorial. So if you like this tutorial, please comment, press like and subscribe, and yeah, make sure that you ring the bell if you want to see more of this video. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time.